Hey guys, welcome back to GOT. Long overdue for my full review on the Motorola Razr Fold. We're going to cover this thing. I'm going to tell you exactly what my experience has been over the last couple of weeks and tell you where I sit as far as my daily driver and this foldable. Let's go. Now, before the Motorola came into view, the Honor Magic V5 had been my favorite foldable, and I just love the size. I love the width. It actually appears just a little bit wider, but they feel exactly the same in the hand. And even though the Honor Magic V5 is what, 217 grams versus 243, this is heavier, just doesn't feel like it. But you know what? I've really grown to like the size of a phone. And everything I really liked about the Motorola, believe it or not, is here on the Razr Fold and more. So let's talk about it. Number one, the screen is it's a beautiful screen, as you can see, and it's bright. And, it actually has them big brightness nit claims that you get on the Honor Magic, but in all true reality, it's not really there. Some of these other phones with smaller nits, like the Oppo Find N6 and even the Z Fold, are just as bright or even brighter in some cases. So you can't believe those nits. But that said, this one's got plenty of brightness for me on the inside and outside. Now, a lot of folks complain about the button placement here. You got your power button and your volume control, and then the AI button, which the AI button I still to this day haven't used and don't really care to use. But I don't mind it. And simply reason why is whenever I pick up the phone, I just go to open it and I don't have to worry about these button placements. It's real easy to open. And because this phone is got the curved edges right in there and there's kind of an indentation between them, you can actually grab them and pull them apart. Very unlike the Z Fold 7 here, where it's really squared off. There's not much of a gap. See, you can even see it. You can see the gap there because you can see that black between. And it's not that there's a gap. I mean, the glass is against glass, but because it's curved, you got a little more to grab, where on the Z Fold you don't. And if you notice, if you grab it right here in the middle, there's the button. I have it turned off right now, but there's the button. I don't know. I guess I don't mind the button placement. So typically for me, the button's right there. It's not hard reach. I don't know why people say they got to shimmy up for it or whatever. It's not a big deal. And same with this side. If I hold it in this other hand, it's right there with my index finger. And I just made it take a picture, probably because I pressed, I don't know why I took a picture. Oh, it's because I hit it twice. 2 clicks makes it take a picture. I didn't realize that. I didn't have it set for that. I didn't realize I had it set for that. Anyway, so I don't mind these buttons. And then, of course, the sound on this thing, oh, it's incredible. I believe it beats everything else, and it's probably because it does have that Bose sound. This is not Bones, Bose, B-O-S-E. And it sounds really good. And for me, when you listen to it live, it's hard to put over the video. The bass is just really, really good, and it's very clear. And you can't turn it up too loud to where it starts to distort like the other ones. The speaker volume is not a big deal to me because I always use earbuds. But for those of you that like the sound, this has got really great sound. The app layout is very familiar to me. I like it, and this thing's really smooth. It's very responsive. And then when you open it up, the bigger screen is just really nice to have. And then that crease, it's not that noticeable. It's less noticeable than any other phone, with the exception of the Oppo Find N6. But this one is very little noticeable. I can get 2 full days on this phone. Right now, I'm at my second day. It's at 4:38. I want to see how far this thing would go. I'm at 14%, and I know if I kept going throughout the day, it'll make it. And then this ramp right here on the look on the back, I like it. I think it's pretty cool. Folks thinks it looks chunky, but I can assure you it's not chunky. This thing is actually just as thin as the rest of them. It may not be so on paper, but man, it sure does look like it and sure does feel like it. And this bump keeps it from rocking. As you can see here, it doesn't do the Samsung rock. It's really good and steady. And you can customize like you see here, because you can do all that customization there where you've got the time there in the back and spread out. I enjoy it. And there's, of course, the fact that this thing has this pen, which is really great, and it works on the inside and outside screen. You can touch this here, and you got all kinds of features here. I did review this with a Honor Magic V5. So if you want to check out that video, you can see more detail on this. But this is really great because it works on both screens and is very fluid. And when you open up the inside, same thing. You've got this thing working really nice. I like this pen, and the fact that you got all these features, and the fact that you can actually take a picture with the pen just by clicking the button. This pen is a really nice accessory that I got for free with the purchase of the early purchase of this phone. Now, some things that I think that could be better on this phone as far as customization. I like the fact that on the Oppo, you can actually customize your folders, where you can make them long, make them short, all kinds of different functions with them. Where these, you just a square box, a large one or a small one, long press it and you can go small. I mean, and then I don't like that. See how it disappeared? It doesn't seem so fluid. It disappears and then pops in. On all the rest of them, you can just watch them open and close. The UI just seems to be much more smoother. I know that's not the case, but I just prefer that it would do that. Now, the multitasking on this phone is really cool. You just open up an app. I like just topping and splitting the screen. It just seems to me to be so much faster. Then you can open up a second app. You got them side by side. On this one, you could do vertical split. You could do swap. Okay, go back here. And the fact that it also has a sidebar, check it out. You can just pull the sidebar off and you can open up additional apps. Okay, like there's a photo app. You just tap it. Okay. And then if you want, you can minimize it. So it's over here on the side. Then if you want, you can open up another app and let's say open up my calculator, and you can drag these and open them up different sizes, but you go too far, it goes full page. And of course, if you go all the way, it goes to the side here, tap it again, opens back up here, and you can either minimize it or drag it to the side. And when you minimize, they stack up right here, and you can go up to 5 of them, which is really nice. And then if you want to, you can take this and let's see if I can grab another app. Let's just grab my Photos app. I can take my Photos app here and I can either put it in the center for a free form or add it up top. Show you another way to multitask too, so that you could, from the sidebar, you can slide this open and you can just take the app right here and you can just drag it over and now it's there. And of course, you could do that from down here if you want to. You can open up an app. Say I open up my mail, I could drag it up here and there's my mail. Okay. And they're all there. And again, if you want to go to the carousel, do that, and you're in a carousel of all 3 apps. And if you want to get out of the carousel, you just take and drag that back, and now you've got all 3 right there again. Does it instantly. But with all the other ones, to get to the same thing done, you got to go several steps. This is really simple. And even when you have 3 apps open, you can go ahead and open up multiple apps. You can get up to 5 of these floaters, okay, which is really cool. And you can also get 5 here on the side. So the multitasking on this really is right up there with the best of them. Then we talk about photography. Photography on this is next level. I've compared it to all these other phones. I mean, you will see it on the Honor Magic V5 here shortly, and it does so good. And if you want to see how it compares all the phones, check out one of the videos that I've already done. I've done it with the Oppo Find N6, the Z Fold 7, Honor Magic's coming up, and then we're going to do the Pixel 10 Pro Fold. And if enough you tell me you want to see Vivo X5 Fold, I think, is that what it is? X Fold 5. If you want to see that one up against the Motorola, I'll do that as well. Now here's another feature that's on the Motorola Razr Fold as far as camera goes that I haven't seen on any other phone. Check this out. So here's a cool feature on the phone. If you want to turn your phone, say you want to capture everything here in the landscape view, you can turn on a feature called Horizon Lock. It automatically or only uses 1080p, but what's really cool is once you start recording, as long as you have it in this, it'll keep whatever you have. So see, even though that changed and looks like it's in portrait now, the video is staying in landscape, which is really cool because if it's easier to hold out your hand like this to record versus doing this, you can do that and don't have to worry about losing your horizon. I think that's a really cool feature and very beneficial. And this is the only Fold that will do that. So
That's one huge benefit to the Motorola Razr Fold.
So see, that is really cool. Let's go ahead and look at a few photos here real quick. You can see these photos are very nice, very clear. Even when you go to the zoom on this thing, the zoom capability is great, both daytime and nighttime. So this is an overall excellent camera and camcorder. So if you were to go on vacation or something and you're going to get daytime and nighttime shots, you can feel very comfortable using this phone. Now people ask, how's the cellular service? I think the cellular service is great, especially in the US, because this is sold here in the US. Radios, we don't have to worry about this. This will work on every carrier. And I know that they're going to more carriers soon. So this phone is really going to put a dent, I think, in Samsung's foldable lineup in sales, if not wipe Pixels out completely, because the Pixel has never really held much of the market. You know, Motorola's had 44% of the fold market. Most of it's flip. So it doesn't take much to flip from one of those to a fold. So this has made a splash in the market. Check out all the videos. Everybody's loving this phone. I think it's going to do really well. Now, there is a downfall on this phone, and that is, you know, it did not come with a screen protector, so I did put one on there. Check out this video if you want to know more about that. And it's lasting, no problem, no issues. You know, I love it. It's a great feel. It actually takes less fingerprints than the screen itself. I don't have to worry about setting this thing down now because it's got a screen protector on it. As far as a case goes, you know, there's not a whole lot as far as cases for this phone. And then when, you know, I did get one from Amazon. No, I got one from Amazon, and I also got this one from eBay just to see what it was like. It's supposedly thin and lightweight, but it's really heavy, especially when you compare it to something like a carbon fiber. This carbon fiber case that comes on the Z Fold is a whole lot lighter. And, you know, when I put it on here, it just, you know, the phone is heavy to begin with, but this makes it even worse. And it did come with a front case cover right here, you know, and if you put that on there, it just, I don't know, just really makes this thing bulky. I don't care for that. I'd rather have the thin profile. So that is one of the downfalls so far. Not a lot of cases for this phone. Now this case has the MagSafe on it, you know, so you can put a charger on that and it charges it, but you know, it's actually hit and miss. When I put it on a mounted one, it'll turn off and on. So I don't think it's that great of a case. I would not recommend it. And then same with that one from Amazon. I just returned it because so Amazon's easy return. Not quite so easy here on eBay. This came from China, you know, so trying to get your money back on it, you know, is a $22 case. But since I haven't been able to get one for this, I've really grown accustomed to using without, and there is no damage on this. 2 weeks, you know, tossing this around and using it. There's no scratches. There's no nothing. And I feel so much more comfortable now with this screen protector on the front that even if I put it in my pocket with keys, I'm not really worried about it. But I'm not a pocket phone person. I use a case here. This one happens to be a double case, so I can put two phones in there. My main and then the one that I am comparing it to. Now, here's the big question everybody wants to know. Is this my daily driver? What do I think about this? Well, I think everything's kind of led up to this response, and you probably already know I love this phone. It is my new daily driver. I mean, the thing that held me on to the Honor Magic so long is great cameras, how thin it is, how fast it was. It beat everything else in speed until now. And the fact that it has AI write assist. None of the other foldables, except for the Samsung, but it's too thin. It's too narrow, that is. But this thing also has the AI writing assist. So with all the text messages and all the comment sections that I respond to and the emails that I do at work, this thing is a really great companion. And the fact that it comes with a pen. So I'm just waiting for that case, you know, because this is just perfect fit. You can get a case right on there, you know. This is actually a lower profile. I don't know if you can see it on camera or not. It's a lower profile than the camera lenses. So you can very easily get a camera case that fits this pin and most likely charge it. So I'm looking forward to that. That would be great. I know that Oppo already did that, and that's a great thing, but I'm not ready to spend $150 to $200 to buy that pen to get it here in the US. And then the fact that these have great cameras and pretty much outperforms all the other foldables I have so far, it's a no-brainer for this to be my daily driver, and a battery lasting longer than everybody else. And the fact that I don't have to worry about the warranty. I have local coverage, and this thing having 7 years of upgrades is awesome. Now it's time to hear from you. I know a lot of you have already gotten the Motorola, and I know a lot of you already love it. So I want to hear, what do you think of all the tests? What do you think of the Motorola Razr Fold? You think it's going to take more of the market away from Samsung? I think it's a no-brainer. It's going to take away from Pixel. Leave me a comment below. Let me know how you feel. If you haven't already, make sure you like this video because it really does help out the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you do that so you don't miss out on more content on this phone and more, because I have more tests to do. Now, if you haven't seen any of the comparison videos I've done with this and other phones, you can start with this one right here. If you want to see some of these videos upon release and not have to wait for them, become a member and you can get early access to these videos and more, behind the scenes and bloopers. Until next time, have a wonderful day and God bless.